Alexa TV presents in 3, 2, 1, Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
All this week on Dateline Schools, we're learning about the S80 test that our local high school juniors are going to be taking a little bit later this spring. Tell us all about that. My special guest is Catherine Woolman. She's a secondary curriculum and instruction coordinator for the East China Public School District. And Catherine, like any test, I think it's important that our kids do well, but probably more so on the SAT than just about any other test they take, right?
This is definitely a high-stakes test for the juniors in terms of college entrance. This test is the test where they'll send the scores to potential colleges that they're interested in attending, and it'll become part of their admissions process.
Now, do most colleges accept the SAT, or they kind of pick and choose between the ACT and the SAT?
All Michigan colleges will accept the SAT, and it's also a nationally normed test, so it'll be accepted across the nation. So that's a nice thing for our students.
Do you still recommend students take both?
For our current juniors, we are recommending that they consider taking both, only because so much of their schooling career has prepped them for the ACT. I think this will be the last year that we do this, though. The new SAT is looking like a much more relevant test, and so I think our students actually will do very well on it.
How about the format of the test? Is that different than what we've done in the past?
It is slightly different, but essentially it's still a test, within the same block of time. There's still a lot of multiple choice questions. There's still the writing prompt. It's assessing math and science, social studies, ELA. So it's similar. I think the approach it's taking is different. It's more analytical in its nature than the previous ACT was.
Also, time-wise, how much time are you devoting in classroom for these kids to take the test?
Well, as the test gets closer, I think there's a little bit more prep time being devoted. But the nice thing, as I mentioned yesterday, is the SAT has a partnership with Khan Academy, and that's allowing students to do individualized prep on their own time. So anywhere the students can access the internet, they can log into their account, and they can do some prep based on their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's taking some of that pressure off the classroom. They don't have to devote time to test prep. They can focus on the instruction at hand.
I know when you and I took those college entrance exams, we had to go to the community college or some other location. But that's just going to be done right in the classroom, isn't it?
This is. Michigan will sponsor one time for every junior to take the SAT every spring. And so students will be able to do this right in their classroom on a regular school day. If they choose to take it again, then they'll do what you and I did. They'll go to a college on a Saturday morning very early, and they'll pay for the test on their own.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.